Sneak Peek Thursday, guys, and this one is one that you've been waiting for all year long. This is the Create Your Own Card Contest, where I tell you about the rules of the game. Yeah, so Create Your Own Card Contest. If you've ever joined us with one of the other ones, you know that we're picking the top 12 entries. People all around the United States and the world, we have a large following starting up in Australia right now, who will submit a person's name from history, one that's not in the game. They will then give a summary of its history. We'll read those histories. We won't go too much into further research, so give us the best information and make it short. The longer they are, the more likely we will to get a little, not bored, but it just be too much information. There, I'll just put it that way. And then we want you to give us the abilities they should have for the game. Now, the great thing about the rare cards, and the reason why so many people want the rare cards, is because they're not overpowered. We won't let that happen, but they are very powerful cards. And I'm going to share a little twist at the very end of this video of how the rare card program, the Create Your Own Card Contest is changing a little. So more on that in just a little bit. So we want you to be able to be a part of the decision making when it comes to the cards that we have in Historical Conquest. And to do so, we have always done for the last 5 years. This is the 6th year running. So 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. So 6th year running, the Create Your Own Card Contest. This is where you send in the entries, and if you're in the top 12, the office picks the top 12. We'll pick the most interesting histories, the most interesting abilities, make sure they're not overpowered. After we choose those, the contest ends December 1st. That's when we make our decision on which cards. We take like 2 days to decide which ones. We'll actually put a newsletter out on which cards have made in the top 12 cards. But we won't submit to you an image. We'll actually go out to our illustrators and ask them to start illustrating the top 12 cards. Then from those top 12, we will actually make it so that we produce them 100%, and we'll put them online so the public can decide out of those top 12 which one will be number one. The number one entry will get $500. Yes, this is the 6th year, and we've always gone up by $100, but we're capping it at $500 right now. So $500 for getting the first, the number one entry to be placed into the Create Your Own Card Contest. So here are some of the rules. Now, because we're a game, as of right now, it's not in the curriculum. So for the Create Your Own Card Contest, because we're a game, there are copyrights on people's names and even their images, much like Disney, Tolkien. Those are ones that are being placed in are asked about all the time. I'm sorry, those two will, until we become more as a curriculum, they cannot be placed on cards. As of right now, maybe we will write them or such in the future, but don't submit them. Here is the guidelines. They should be 50 years dead. So every person or events they don't have to be, but it would be better if they are 50 years past, because of those copyrights. We want to be legitimately bringing on people that we can have their names in, because we don't want you to submit Disney and Tolkien and such, and then all of a sudden, or people that are alive, and then just have to discredit all of your entries. So remember that one rule. That is the biggest one. We take out I think I don't remember how many came in last year, but we had almost 100 that we had to say no to because they didn't follow the rules. But it was probably because the rules were not specified as clearly as they are now. That's why I'm doing it in a video. The second rule is that we're not doing biblical. I'm sorry. The reason why we don't do biblical is because we're trying to make this go into the public schools. We might do a biblical expansion pack that's separate, but we have to be careful when it comes to this. So even though I'd love to have Jesus Christ in there, it's submitted every single time, and it is the number one card, actually with Tolkien and Disney, to be cut out of the entries. So let's go for mainstream historical right now. In the future, I'd love to do those type of things, but that's going to have to be the future for right now. So those two things are a big part of the ones we discontinue. Don't put fictional characters in. We've had a few fictional characters in. Even mythological, don't go there yet. If we want to do a mythological deck, we can do that as a separate deck, but we're not doing that for the Create Your Own Card Contest. So give us actual people that were not put in the cards, actual people from mainstream history that were not made into cards, that are 50 years dead. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. You can enter as many times as you'd like. So we had last year one family, just one family. I think they had 4 kids, and they're over in Oregon. I think it was Oregon. They entered 80 times, and in the end, I think 2 came through. They got 2 of their entries through. But that's another big thing, is send in as many entries as you'd like. Make sure they're mainstream history. The history themselves, the summary does not have to be mainstream. We do not do revisionist history in this. But what I'm saying is Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, that kind of mainstream history. We also want to make sure that you don't put your powers too overpowered. If they're overpowered, we will have to change them, and you might not like the changes in them. We've had a lot of overpowered cards that we had to bring down just a little bit. We don't want to blacklist your rare card. Okay, so those are the rules. Again, no fictional, no biblical, no mythological, 50 years dead. I think those are, yeah. Now for the twist. I need your comments. I need to know what you think. This is the first time I mentioned this on the YouTube channel, I think. We are about to create a new starter deck. But this is different. This is going to be, and this might ruffle a few feathers, especially those people that collect rare cards. We are thinking, I have been asked by multiple people, and my partners want to do it too, to make it available to get rare cards of the past. But the only thing that will be the same are the images, the names, the titles, and the history. The abilities will be completely different. They will not be as powerful as the rare cards are. They will also be 2.0 cards. So all the 1.0 rare cards, it's not the same thing. And everyone loves to justify it to me that Dominion does it. Everybody, Magic the Gathering does it. Everybody does it. Pokemon's done it so many different times. Getting legendary cards with whatever. But we're not the same as those games. For one, we keep our promises, which is why I will always come out to you and talk to you about this. If I'm going to do something like this, I will talk to you about it, and I want your insight. Also makes it so that if somebody brings it up in the future, I say, hey, I asked. It's not me. Everyone said it was okay. I'm blaming back on you guys. Besides that, we would like to create the first starter deck of rare cards. Now, like every starter deck, it won't just be characters and such. It'll be events. We'll give a mixture of new cards in there as well. And lands. There will be 6 continents in there as well. So it will be an actual starter deck. It will be our 8th starter deck. But we really want to bring back Blackbeard. Not with the same abilities, but in this new way. His powers will not be as powerful. So if you want those rare cards in the starter deck because the powerful abilities, sorry, that's not happening. The rare cards are special, and we're not doing it. We're also doing it of all the ones in the past. We're not hitting the ones that are new. They're coming out. So we want to make sure that this is okay with you as our viewers, as people that collect the rare cards. And from what somebody said with Dominion and a few of these other ones, the rare cards, their value actually became more valuable when they were reproduced as other cards. I would love to hear your insight. This might be a very heated topic in the comments. Please do. Tell me what you think. If you say no and the majority of people say no, it's not happening. I will not do it. But but I do want to hear your insights. So please put that in the comments below. If you're totally against it, tell me. If you're totally for it, tell me. Love to hear it. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. This again is a Sneak Peek Thursday, and it might be a little heated in the comments below, but bring it on. I'll answer all your questions, all your comments. I always do, or at least I always try to. So tell me what you think. And if you don't want to put them on the comments below, please email us at historicalconquest@gmail.com. Until next time, until Monday, we'll catch you later. Take care. Oh, wait a second. No, this is Sneak Peek Thursday. There's a Friday. There is a Friday, so Friday activities. Stay tuned to that, and then we'll catch on Monday as well. So, thanks again. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.